Good morning, class. Welcome to the economics lecture. As you all know, because of Corona, we are going to do our study on an online way with the help of videos. So today we are going to learn economics. Done. So this is my first lecture for economics. So we will going to start it with our first chapter, the basic concepts in economics. Clear? So in today's lecture, we are going to take only two topics. First, the introduction, and second, about the economists who have given different definition on economics. So this is our first chapter and this is our topic that we will going to discuss. So now we will going to start our subject economics and our first chapter, the basic concepts in economics. So this is our first chapter in economics, the basic concepts in economics. Done. So we're going to start it. So before starting it, as we are going to learn economics, clear, but we need to understand what is the meaning or what is the meaning of the word economy. Clear. As we are learning economics, but we need to understand what does the term economy means. So the term economy means, it means economic is defined as the management of financial matter of a community, business or a family. Or we can say that an economic is a system which provide people means to work and to earn their living. So economic is defined as the financial management or management of a financial thing of a person, business or a community. Clear? So this is how the economy of our country run. Clear? So the term economy means the management of financial thing. Clear, class? The financial thing or the financial matter of any country, community or a business. Clear? Because economy gives a person, we can say, the means of work and to earn their living. Clear? So now we understood the meaning of the word economy. Clear? So it means the management of a financial matter. Clear? Now we will going to understand the term that, so as we are learning economy, so we should know what does it mean. So economy means, so basically it means the careful use of our money, resources and the means of production. Clear? Why? Because in our economy there is a shortage of everything, so we need to manage it. That's why we are doing the management of that. Clear? So basically it means the careful use of money, resources which we have and the means of production. Clear? So it is a system of how money is made and used within a particular country or a region. Clear? So economy means the management of a financial matter. What does it mean? It means the management of financial matter. And second thing, it means the careful use of a money, resources and means of production. So basically it means how money is used and made in a country or a region. Clear? So now we understand the meaning of the term economy. But as our subject is economics, so we need to understand what does the term economics means. Clear? It is very important before, as we know we are starting our first lecture, so it is very important for us to clear the concept. What does the term economy means and what does the term economics means? Clear? These are the two different words, and as the words are different, their meaning are different. So economy means management of financial matter, the careful use of money and resources in a particular country or region, and the term economics means the careful, as we are knowing the term economics economy means careful use of money, or we can say that financial thing. So like that wise only the term economics is also have a different meaning in that. Clear? But before going on that, before going on the meaning of the economics, we learn from where did this word has derived. So the term economics is derived from the Greek word oikonomia, which means management of a household. Clear? Now this word is something new for us. Clear? Before going on the meaning of that term, we should know from where it has been arrived or it has been derived. We can say that. So the term economics is derived from the Greek word which means oikonomia, and the meaning of the oikonomia is management of the household. Now management of the household is a kind of a new thing for you. So I want to stress on that word. I want to explain that term to you. So as you know, student, at the beginning of the economy, the greater thing for the economist to explain the term is the management of a household. Why I am saying this? Because the word chaos here, like in the first slide, you can see that you have seen the term economic. Clear? And the meaning of that word is oikonomia. So the short form of that we can I had taken here, which is kios, which means house or household. The term includes household finance as it is commonly known today. Today the household finance is commonly known, but at the beginning or at the earlier time this is not a common term for everyone. So the few economists who have come with this thing said that kiosk means house or household, which means the term includes that household finance. Like earlier, now we are as talking about the finance. Finance means money which we have invested. So earlier this term is not so familiar with everyone. Clear? So when these words are coming out of the box, what happened? Everyone started talking about that. That what is this word? Kiosk. It means household management. But why I'm saying this word is common today? Because our mother is doing every day. Our mother is doing household work. She know how to manage her house. She know how to take care of her house. So earlier also, these are the thing uh, in there, like to manage the thing, like farmer is managing their work, cleaner is managing their work, mom is doing a very great work for cooking. People are hiring people, like if I am hiring someone else to do my work, what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain him the work, then I'm going to pay him. Why? Because he is doing something for me. So the household finance is the beginning of the economics. Clear? Why I am saying that? Because the reason is that the term include household finance as it is commonly known today. But in a broader sense, the household is the beginning to the economics as a whole. Clear? So we can say that the natural everyday activity of maintaining a house are essential to the beginning of the economy. Clear? So to the beginning of the economy, the household work and the management of the household is the base of economy. So what does the economic have done at that time? They have seen how the ladies are maintaining their house, how the ladies are investing the monthly income in each and every part, and this is how the term economics has come, and this is the beginning of whole economy in our country. Clear? पहले के इकोनॉमिक्स ने ये चीज को ऑब्जर्व किया कि एक लेडी, एक फार्मर, एक वर्कर, एक हायर्ड पर्सन कैसे मंथली इनकम को मैनेज कर रहे हैं और कैसे उसको इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. ये स्टेप था हमारे इकोनॉमिक्स का, ये बिगिनिंग थी हमारे इकोनॉमिक्स के लिए. इसके बेसिस पे हमारी कंट्री के इकोनॉमिक्स को स्ट्रक्चर किया गया है. डन. सो आज जो हमारा ये पहला लेक्चर है, इसमें हमने सबसे पहले देखा कि इकोनॉमी का मतलब क्या होता है, देन इकोनॉमिक्स कहाँ से आया है और इसका मतलब क्या होता है. देन हमने देखे कि ओकिनोमिया क्या होता है, इट्स अ ग्रीक वर्ड. डन. मैनेजमेंट ऑफ हाउस होल्ड. देन हमने देखा कि बेसिकली द वर्ड मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द हाउस होल्ड क्या होता है. अब हम समझेंगे कि हम कि क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं, what is the need for learning this subject. As in commerce you are having this subject economics, so before learning any subject, not only economics but the other subject also like account, SP, OC and IT, you should ask one question, or every student should have this question in their mind, that why we are learning this, what is the use of learning this subject to us, what is the future for us if we are taking this subject as our one major subject. Clear? So let me tell you this subject is very important in future for you, as you can also become one of the economists. So we will have your definition also. So the question is that why we are learning this subject. We are learning this subject, student, because of the economic problem. We have economic problem in our country, and this problem is not only we have, every country is facing an economic problem. The reason behind for learning this subject is economic problem. See, earlier economic problem is faced by only those countries who are on the age of a developing. Those countries who are already developed, they are facing this problem, but not as much as the country who are in the developing process. But now, because of the corona, every country is facing this problem. What is this problem? This problem is economic problem. What now? What the economic problem? See, this question should become that we are learning this subject. We are learning this subject because of the economic problem. Earlier, only developing country are facing this problem, but now what? Now every country is facing this problem because of the corona. Now, what is this problem? This problem is the scarcity. Now, what does the scarcity mean? Scarcity means the basic economic problem, the gap between the limited resources and the unlimited want. Clear? Our resources, whether it is man-made or a natural resources, those resources are limited to us, but our wants are unlimited with regarding that resources. Clear? हमारे जो resources है students, वो बहुत ही limited है, हमें उस resources को efficiently use करना रहता है. Then, but हमारे wants जो है, they are unlimited. So we are, or all other country are facing this problem. Clear? Because of that, what happened? Because of the problem of a scarcity, because हमारी डिमांड बढ़ते जा रही है एंड हमारी रिसोर्सेज लिमिटेड होते जा रहे हैं, इसकी वजह से क्या होता है ना, किसी भी प्रोडक्ट का या किसी भी कमोडिटी का प्राइस बढ़ जाता है. क्लियर? सो द प्राइस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट and the demand for that commodity get hike. Clear? So why this problem we are facing? Because of the limitation of the supply in relation to the demand of the commodity. As you can see that in this slide, that supply is less and demand is more. It means whatever I am demanding, for example, I am demanding for a fuel, petrol. Why the price of a petrol is rising every day? Why the price of a petrol is always show the arrow of a hike? Because the supply of that product, or we can say that the supply of petrol is less, but the demand for is more. So because of that, the scarcity is created, because it is a natural resources. We are not producing the fuel, we are not producing the petrol, it is a natural resource. We are digging the land and we are taking out the petrol and the fuel, then we need to refine it. Clear? So after that we get this kind of a commodity. But what is happening? The commodity or the product which I am talking here is petrol is less. So it is a resource, it is less, but the demand for it is high. So this is the problem which every country is facing. Clear? As you know, we are buying the fuels from the Arab countries. So Arab countries having a fuel, they don't have shortage of it, but as we know, they are giving us fuel, as we are not having that, but we are giving them something in exchange of that, because You all know Arab countries are not having much water. The land there is sandy. They have a sand all over. The land is covered all over with the sand, so they cannot do farming. They cannot do cultivation process. Or they cannot cultivate anything. So what we are doing? So as living in India, we are having advantage that our land is so good we can produce something on it, but Arab country cannot do such things. So they are having shortage, or they are having scarcity of farming products, and we are having scarcity of natural resources like petrol, diesel, fuel and everything. Clear class? So this is the biggest problem which any country is facing. Clear? Because of the corona, as all the country are facing some kind of shortage of any resources, whether it is natural or whether it is man-made. But this is the problem. Because of that only, because of this problem only, we are learning this subject. Clear? Now, the economic problem is a problem of a choice involving satisfaction of unlimited human want out of a limited resources which have alternative uses. Our resources, our means have alternative resources. Now, as my resource petrol is very limited to me, but my demand for that is, or my demand is increasing day by day. My demand or my want is for that particular petrol is unlimited. So I can use it in an alternative way. I can put petrol in my bike. I can put petrol in my car. I can put petrol in a generator. So the one commodity or my one resource, natural resource, petrol, हैव ऑल्टरनेटिव यूजेस. मैं एक ही मेरे रिसोर्स के साथ जो कि पेट्रोल है उसके साथ ऑल्टरनेटिव उसे यूज कर सकती हूँ. क्लियर? ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मैं पेट्रोल को ले रही हूँ तो मैं उसके साथ सिर्फ एक ही टाइप ऑफ का यूज कर सकती हूँ. क्लियर? हर रिसोर्स का कुछ ना कुछ ऑल्टरनेटिव यूज तो होता ही है. लाइक अगर हम अभी एग्जांपल लेते हैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज ऑल्सो अ रिसोर्स फॉर अस, but now it is a man-made resource. We are creating electricity. You all know in the thermal power station we create electricity, but it is a limited. We cannot create it in a large amount, but our demand with that resource is unlimited. But as you know, electricity have alternative uses. हम ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से सिर्फ हमारा मोबाइल चार्ज करेंगे. मैं इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से इस कंप्यूटर को चला रही हूँ, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से लाइट्स चल रहे हैं, फैंस चल रहे हैं, अभी तो बाइक्स आ गई है जो इलेक्ट्रिक पे चलती है. हमारे घर के ऑलमोस्ट हर एक इक्विपमेंट्स इलेक्ट्रिक पे चलते हैं. तो इलेक्ट्रिक तो एक ही है, पर उसका कैसा यूज है? उसका यूज ऑल्टरनेटिव हो रहा है. क्लियर क्लास? सो अब हमें यहाँ पे क्या करना है? हमें अगर इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम से बचना है तो इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? इट इज अ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अ चॉइस. बिकॉज रिसोर्स कैसे हमारे लिमिटेड है और हमारी वांट्स कैसी है उसको लेके अनलिमिटेड है. बट एक अच्छी चीज है कि हमारे रिसोर्सेज का ऑल्टरनेटिव यूज है. तो ऑल्टरनेटिव यूज होने के कारण हम चूज कर सकते हैं कि हमें किसे प्रायोरिटी देना है, हमें कौन से वांट को प्रायोरिटी देना चाहिए. क्लियर क्लास? नाउ एज यू नो इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम होता क्या है? इट इज अ scarcity of any kind of a resource है. So economic problem क्या होता है? Limited resources and unlimited want. Clear? So economic problem is to match with the limited resources to the unlimited wants and need of person. Economic problem is nowadays it is a very bigger problem that every country is facing. Why? We have a scarcity, we have an endless want or a demand, which we can also say that unlimited wants or unlimited demand, and we have alternative uses with that resources. Clear class? So now, as you know the term economy, as you know the term economics, and you know why we are learning this subject. We are learning this subject because of economic problem. Clear? Now, as we have a very famous economist. His name is Paul Samuelson. He said that economic is a social science. Why? Why he said that such thing, that economic is a social science? He said that because economic seeks to determine the factor which determining the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. Why he said that economic is a social science? The reason is that economics seeks to determine the factors like production, distribution and consumption of a goods and services in a particular region. He examined, or we can say that Paul Samuelson is a person who have said that economic is a social science. So he observed that in a particular area, or we can say that एक पर्टिकुलर रीजन में कंजम्पशन, प्रोडक्शन एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज का कैसा हो रहा है, हाउ पीपल आर रिएक्टिंग ऑन दैट. Now we can also say that economic is the study of a human behavior with effect to limited and unlimited one. प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो रहा है, कंजम्पशन हो रहा है, बट स्टिल क्या हो रहा है, हमारे रिसोर्स कैसे है, लिमिटेड है, हमारी बॉन्ड कैसी है, अनलिमिटेड है. तो इकोनॉमिक क्या है, इकोनॉमिक्स इज द स्टडी ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर विथ इफेक्ट टू लिमिटेड एंड अनलिमिटेड बॉन्ड. ये स्टडी करता है ह्यूमन बिहेवियर को, इसीलिए इसे सोशल साइंस भी कहा जाता है. क्लियर. नाउ अब हम पढ़ने वाले हैं हमारे सबसे पहले इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में. इकोनॉमिक्स जो है उनका नाम है एडम स्मिथ. ये 18th सेंचुरी के इकोनॉमिक्स थे. He is also regarded as the father of economic. Why? Because the term economic first introduced by him only. Clear? So he is having a definition on economics. So the definition is economics inquire into the factors that determine wealth of the country and its growth. See, Adam Smith had wrote one book in 1176. He published a book in 1176 named as Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of a Wealth of a Nation. So Adam Smith, let me very clear you that, put this into your mind that Adam Smith is the father of economics. This is an objective type question. It will come to your papers also, or into your test also. So make it clear that put into your mind this thing that Adam Smith, he is the father of economics. Why? Because he has introduced the term economic. He has explained the book he is published in 1176. In that he cleared that thing that economic is inquire into the factors that determine wealth of the country. Now what he is saying, that economics determine the wealth of the country and its growth. Clear? So it is very simple. Now we are learning economics, so we know this thing कि इकोनॉमिक्स जो होता है वो हमारी कंट्री की वेल्थ शो करता है और हमारी कंट्री कैसे ग्रो कर रही है ये शो करता है. हम कहते हैं ना कि इस कंट्री की इकोनॉमिक बहुत पावरफुल है. इट मीन्स इस कंट्री की करेंसी पावरफुल है, ये कंट्री डेवलप्ड कंट्री है. वो डेवलप्ड कंट्री है, इसका मतलब क्या है कि उस कंट्री ने ग्रो कर लिया है. तो इसीलिए कहते हैं कि कंट्री का वेल्थ कैसे शो हो रहा है, कंट्री की ग्रोथ कैसे शो हो रही है, इकोनॉमिक्स के थ्रू. क्लियर क्लास. सो उनकी बुक में उन्होंने एनालाइज किया था कि जो फैक्टर है दैट डिटरमाइन द ग्रोथ इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन. क्लियर. वॉल्यूम ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एवरीथिंग, दैट हाउ दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग द थिंग. एज वी ऑल नो दैट अभी तो ये चीज बिल्कुल भी हम नहीं करने वाले हैं, बट हम लोग सब चाइना से हर चीज बहुत एक्सपोर्ट करते थे, है ना. हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा चाइना की चीजें लेते थे. अब नहीं लेंगे, लेकिन पहले तो लेते थे ना. तो उनका वॉल्यूम ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, मतलब वो जो प्रोडक्शन करते थे वो बहुत ज्यादा होता था, क्योंकि वो ऑल ओवर द कंट्री उसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. हालांकि अब तो पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है, बट स्टिल. सो उनकी जो इकोनॉमी थी वो काफी पावरफुल थी. एज हम सब जानते हैं कि यूएसए की इकोनॉमिक भी बहुत पावरफुल है. तो अगर इकोनॉमिक पावरफुल है, इसका मतलब वो कंट्री की वेल्थ शो करती है और एक कंट्री की ग्रोथ शो करती है. क्लियर क्लास. सो एडम स्मिथ ने ये चीज को एक्सप्लेन किया था. डन. नाउ हमारे सेकेंड इकोनॉमिस्ट है जो 19th हाफ एंड 20 फुल सेंचुरी में थे, जिन्हें हम नियो क्लासिकल कहते हैं. वो थे हमारे प्रोफेसर अल्फ्रेड मार्शल. ही इज ऑल्सो नोन एज द आर्किटेक्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमी. क्लियर. So what does Alfred Marshall also known as? He is also known as architect of economics. He belonged to the era 19th half and 20 full century. This era was known as a neoclassical era. Clear. So the economist of that era called as a neoclassical economic. In 1890, he also published a book named Principle of Economic, in which he has given the welfare-oriented definition of economic. That economic is not just about the country, or economic is not just about how the financial things are done, but also economics show the wealth-oriented. Clear? So what does that mean? It means economic is the study of material welfare, which means a man earns money to get material welfare. He is saying why his definition is called as wealth oriented definition, because he is telling कि एक पर्सन जो पैसा कमा रहा है वो खुद को मटेरियल वेलफेयर देने के लिए उस पैसे को कमा रहा है, इसीलिए इसे वेलफेयर ओरिएंटेड डेफिनेशन कहा जाता है. According to Alfred Marshall, if a person is earning a money, he is earning a money to give satisfaction to himself by the material. हम पैसा कमा रहे हैं, हम अर्न कर रहे हैं, तो हम क्या करेंगे, हम चीजें खरीदेंगे, हम मटेरियल को खरीदेंगे, जो मटेरियल हमें सेटिस्फाई करे, जिन मटेरियल के थ्रू हमें वेलफेयर फील हो. क्लियर? सो एल्फ्रेड मार्शल जो 1819 के थे, एक नियो क्लासिकल इकोनॉमिस्ट, उनका कहना था कि अ मैन अर्न मनी टू गिव हिमसेल्फ और टू गेट अ मटेरियल वेलफेयर. क्लियर? आप पिक्चर्स में देख सकते हैं कि हम घर लेते हैं, हमारे पास पैसा है, हम बहुत सारी चीजों को खरीदते हैं जिससे हमें मटेरियल वेलफेयर मिलता है. क्लियर? तो ये वेल्थ ओरिएंटेड होता है, इससे हमारी वेल्थ शो होती है. क्लियर क्लास? तो आज अब हम हमारे लास्ट इकोनॉमिस्ट आ जाते हैं, जो कि है लियोनार्डो रॉबिन. ये 20th सेंचुरी के इकोनॉमिक्स थे, इसलिए इन्हें मॉडर्न इकोनॉमिक्स कहा जाता है. तो लियोनार्डो रॉबिन ने कहा था, उन्होंने भी एक बुक पब्लिश की थी जिसका नाम था एन एसे ऑन द नेचर एंड सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द इकोनॉमिक साइंस. उसमें उन्होंने एक्सप्लेन किया था scarcity oriented definition. As we are learning this again and again, that why we are learning this subject, because of the scarcity, and in his book he explained the scarcity oriented definition of economics. Done. So according to Leonardo Robin, economics is a science which study human behavior as relation between ends and scales, means which have alternative uses. As the resources are at the end of the point and our demand are getting increases every day, our resources are limited, but what he is saying, every resource have alternative uses. So Leonardo Robin have some key points with his definition. Done. So we will going to see that what are those key points. So his key points are like this, that wants are unlimited. As we know, we all are demanding so much. As one want gets satisfied, our another next want get up, that we want this and we want that. He said that means are comparatively limited. It means that our resources are comparatively limited, but the means having alternative uses. If we take the example of a water, as you all know, if for example we all are living in a Arab country, as you know, they have limited resources, which is water. But what happens, student, as you know, they are having a limited resources, which is water, but water have a alternative uses also. We can drink water, we can bathe with it, we can wash our utensil, we can wash our face, we can wash our clothes, even we can uh, put that into our fridge to refrigerate it to make a ice cube. So what we are doing with a single resource, what is our resource, which is a water, we are using it alternate, we have the alternative use of that. तो कैसा है ना स्टूडेंट्स, एज हम सबको पता है कि सऊदी अरब में पानी का बहुत शॉर्टेज है, लेकिन पानी के ऑल्टरनेटिव यूजेस भी तो होते हैं ना. भले हमारे रिसोर्सेज या हमारे मीन्स ऑल्टरनेटिव है, लेकिन उसके यूजेस कैसे हैं, हम उन्हें अलग अलग तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं. वो शॉर्टेज है पर उनका यूज ऑल्टरनेटिव हो सकता है. क्लियर क्लास? सो आज हमने जो 3 इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में पढ़ा है, उनको थॉट्स एंड नेम्स के आपके बुक में एक आप देखोगे आपके नेक्स्ट पेज पे ही, पेज नंबर 2 पे एक छोटा सा बॉक्स बना हुआ है, उस बॉक्स को मैंने इस पीपीटी में क्रिएट करने की कोशिश की है। डन। थॉट्स एंड द नेम्स ऑफ द इकोनॉमिस्ट। आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में ज्यादा इकोनॉमिक्स के नाम दिए हुए हैं, पर मैंने यहाँ पे लिमिटेड इकोनॉमिक्स के ही नाम दिए जो आज हमने पढ़े या जो हमें काम में आने वाला। तो हमारा जो पहला थॉट था जो हमने पढ़े थे वो था क्लासिकल स्कूल का। क्लासिकल स्कूल या क्लासिकल इकोनॉमिक इज नथिंग बट द एरा फ्रॉम विच दे आर बिलोंगिंग। नाउ द क्लासिकल टाइम इज व्हेन द 18th सेंचुरी। तो 18th सेंचुरी में हमने कौन से इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में बात की थी? एडम स्मिथ के बारे में, डेविड रिकार्डो, इनके बारे में आप आगे जाके पढ़ने वाले हो ग्रेजुएशन लेवल में, इसलिए मैंने यहाँ नेम मेंशन किया। देन हमने सेकंड इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में पढ़ा था, वो थे द नियो क्लासिकल स्कूल इकोनॉमिक्स। उनका नाम था जो 20th सेंचुरी हाफ एंड 19th सेंचुरी हाफ एंड 20th सेंचुरी फुल में थे, जिनका नाम था अल्फ्रेड मार्शल। एंड नाउ अब हमारे फुल 20th सेंचुरी जिसे हम मॉडर्न स्कूल थॉट्स कहते हैं फ्रॉम 20th सेंचुरी, उनका नाम था लियोनार्डो रॉबिन। So in today's lecture, we have learned the term economy, the term economics, why we are learning this subject, the different economics which uh, related to our curriculum. So मैंने काफी छोटा सा यहाँ पे बनाया है because इतना ही हमारे काम का था. I don't want to give you extra, जितना काम का है हम उतना ही देखते हैं फिलहाल, ठीक है? So thank you students.